You just moved into the home of your dreams. You've heard stories from the previous owners about strange things happening here, but you assume those people were being dramatic. After a few months, though, you begin to hear voices and start seeing various apparitions. You brush it off as just your imagination. Those stories are just stories. But the day you found bones in the basement was the last straw. This is the story of the S.K. Pierce Mansion. Welcome to Ghost Binkers. Pause for dramatic effect. Hello, junior and senior Binkers. I'm Trev, and I really badly would love to believe in ghosts. And with me is my buddy and co-host, Killian.
I don't want to believe in ghosts anymore. I believe in ghosts too strongly, so I really want to believe not in ghosts.
Okay, so you're doing
I've
the
secretly
opposite.
been terrified every time you read a story on the podcast. I've been shaking and crying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you with my intro.
They found bones in the basement.
They did find bones in the basement. We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Who gives a fuck? My neighbor found bones in a well one time. Who gives a shit? Doesn't matter.
I think we're going to have to unpack that. Together, we are the Ghost Binkers, and we explore real-life spooky stories and joke the spooky credibility out of them. A light binking. Oh, I was a little early, so to speak.
I'm horned up for that one.
Yeah, I was a little too excited for that one. Well, what happened, little behind the scenes of my brain, I was like, ooh, you almost forgot, but good thing you didn't forget. And then I pressed the button, then I jumped it.
Yeah.
So that happened.
You got too cocky after last time.
I think so, yeah.
You recorded 2 episodes and you were right on both times. And I think you're riding high a little bit.
Yeah.
Got sloppy.
That is something that happens a lot of times when I do something well. Eventually, I fly too close to the sun and my wings melt.
If I'm at home alone and I try to be silly for like a single second, I like knock a fucking vase over and drop a knife onto my foot and yeah.
No silliness allowed here. Speaking of silliness, in planning this episode, I picked this story because I realized that like the month of November has kind of been like mansion themed a little bit, except for the fact that like the Rattling House isn't really a mansion, but you could say it's a big house because it's a 3-family home, so it's got to be big enough. But then I remembered that we did a 2-parter last week, and this is actually going to come out in December.
Oh, okay.
So this is we're spilling Mansion November unofficially.
Have we done 4 episodes since Mothman?
Yeah, well, because we did a double.
We can't figure this out on air, but I don't know what the next 4 episodes are. Basically,
that's fun. Maybe
I don't. Yeah.
It's like a surprise
for somebody.
Well, for you right now, surprise, we're doing the S.K. Pierce Mansion. There's not really a lot of preamble to this one.
Where is it?
It is in Gardner, Massachusetts.
Okay, still
Massachusetts. I always say we're going to branch out across the country at some point, but there's so many tasty stories in New England right now. Eventually, I don't want this to be the New England Ghost Podcast. I wanted to like talk about other stuff, but you know, I don't know.
We did Chicago one time.
We did Chicago.
Mothman's West Virginia.
We did Waxahachie.
That's not
Texas.
Honestly, you did still pick a Massachusetts ass name.
That's true.
It is still very like Swampscotty of the whole damn thing, you know?
Yeah. You know, take that up with the guy who plans the episodes. That's not me.
Yeah, no.
I'm just the host.
That's the Trev without a mustache.
That's Trev without a mustache. Yeah, for anyone who if this doesn't make the clips, I got a mustache.
Audio only.
Mustache Trev is a different guy. So let's just jump. Do you have anything to say about life or
what would I I was just saying, what do you want me to fucking add about the house? I don't know anything about it yet.
before I just blast you with history.
I love Gardner, Mass. No, I've never been there.
I've never been to Gardner.
I don't give a shit about Gardner.
I don't know anything about Gardner, Mass.
No, every place in Mass is boring until I go there and like it.
There's a school in the town we grew up in called Gardner School.
Doxing.
No relation.
Doxing. Yeah, I guess no relation. Honestly, it could be the same guy. Like named after both.
It could be.
I have no clue.
I didn't look that up.
Okay.
But
misinformation spreading.
Let's talk about S.K. Pierce. Who the hell is S.K. Pierce? Sylvester Knowlton Pierce.
Knowlton?
Knowlton.
Are you reading it poorly, or is that what his middle name is?
It's Knowlton.
Wow.
Knowlton.
It does feel like when I have to like improv a D&D character and I just have to make sounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Knowlton.
His name? Sylvester. Knowlton.
I wanted to say Norton, but I kind of said Knowlton by mistake,
Yeah.
and everyone wrote it down in their notebook, so I have to remember it's Knowlton for next time.
So he basically has two last names, Knowlton Pierce, but I think Knowlton is his middle name. I don't know. I didn't look that far into it. He built a furniture empire during his lifetime. His business, SK Pierce and Sons Furniture Company.
His sons, Nairobi.
No.
Nick, Rob, and
Nick, Ron, and
Peter,
Pete
whatever. Yeah.
from Cardi's Furniture.
Cardi's Furniture. Shout out to them.
His company was so well known that the entire town of Gardner became known as Chair City.
Yeah, there's fucking by like a town over. There's no electronic mail back then, right? When was this?
Yeah, I don't think so. This. I guess I didn't specify
1651.
yet.
You know.
This is the late 1800s.
Okay.
As usual, as per usual.
Okay,
I feel like
Chair
most
City.
of our stories have ended up. In
People walk into Gardner like, what is this, Chair City? Point all the chairs. You know?
that just kind of stuck there.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Also, I will just point out that this history is coming from bostonghost.com. I normally use them to find the sources to jump to, but there's just so much information floating around that I was like, I need just a place that put it all together for me today.
You know, it's funny because if we did a show about like politics or something, I would be really strict about like sourcing things properly. But it's all fake ghost stories. Like it's all like children's nursery rhymes that people get scared of, so it doesn't matter.
Well, and I will reveal later that
this wasn't an academic study on this fake ghouly man running around.
Later, we will realize that some of the information is slightly not matching up. So, like, it's not like they conflict or anything, but like it's just like, they said this happened on a Tuesday and it actually happened on a Friday.
You're telling me that ghost stories are going to have conflicting information that doesn't exactly line up properly? That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's
and a first for
hard
the show.
believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, Boston Ghost is providing this information for us after
Kind of out of their lane, also, frankly.
the history.
No, Gardner is not in Boston.
Now I feel like I gotta look up where Gardner is because I don't even think I know where.
I feel like you
Gardner
would have
is.
said Boston. It was in Boston. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was even like Cambridge, you would have said Boston. That's what I feel about the thing.
That's fair.
And so like, you know, this feels like but yeah,
okay.
I feel like Boston Ghost is maybe getting a little stretchy.
Where do you think Gardner is?
I guess it's west of like Worcester, but I have no clue.
It's northwest of Worcester.
Okay.
It is like
Am I the smartest person in the world?
probably, yeah. If the top of Massachusetts is like its back, it's like center back. It's in the center spine area.
Yeah, okay.
It's like very close to.
You're very off put by the shape of Massachusetts, huh?
No,
Whenever you have to describe where things are in Massachusetts, you get really
Massachusetts is a
confounded
person.
by it.
Massachusetts is a man or
He's
a
got a
woman,
nose.
a man or a woman whose head is sticking out
To the right of
and
his back.
they're flexing, and then their back is just like they're like laying down
Where
or
are their
something.
legs?
They don't have legs.
Okay.
New York is their legs. I
Connecticut
guess.
is the legs folded up underneath
New
your
York.
body.
New York, I think. Well, yeah, I guess you could say Connecticut too.
Big
but-
legs, New York.
Yeah, New York is some thick.
Does that mean like West Virginia is the penis?
Uh,
Delaware is the penis, perhaps.
Actually, Long Island would be the penis.
A floating penis, a detached penis of some kind.
Yeah, that's a thing, right?
Yeah, I don't want to associate with Long Island as little as possible. I'm not a fan.
We're gonna lose all of our Long Island listeners.
Oh no,
I hear they make a great iced tea.
we lost an extremely stupid cop from our from our repertoire. Hey, what do you mean?
Oh, I hit the wrong button. There we go.
we lost some guy who like worked at a mini mall in the 80s and thinks he's Tony Soprano or something, you know.
Maybe. I don't know a lot about Long Island guys.
Hey.
All I know, I love their iced tea.
Yeah? You a big one? It's a little too
I like it.
It goes down a little too easy for me.
It does.
To be honest.
That's the problem, but that's why I like it.
I one time went to a cookout and had like about 85 chicken wings and 7 Long Island iced teas.
Well, see,
And I was not doing great.
that
after
is also
mentally.
that's where the problem lies.
Yeah.
too much chicken, not enough Long Island iced tea.
Honestly, I don't know how I could have affected the ratio in either direction. I was kind of maxed out on both.
So after amassing his fortune, Pierce wanted to move his wife Susan and son, unnamed, to a home that thoroughly reflected their wealth. So he's like, you know what, we're rich.
The house shaped like a chair.
I want people... That would be kind of sick.
He's got a big chair-shaped house. So it reflects the fortune.
It's like Garfield House from I Think You Should Leave.
Also, I love him being like, yeah, our shitty house is too low status for our kingly ventures.
In the 1870s, Pierce commissioned the construction of a grand Victorian mansion. Measuring nearly 7,000 square feet, the 10-bedroom estate was one of the largest building projects the city had ever seen.
I gotta get better at estimating sizes of things. 7,000 square feet means literally nothing to me.
Me too. I'm
stupid.
I'm gonna look up 7,000 square feet.
I have no idea how big my house is. Is it 1,200 square feet? Maybe my house. I have no clue.
That sounds right.
My house is sort of smaller and tidier. It's neater, you know. So I don't want a big space. I wouldn't want a 7,000 square foot mansion. I don't think it's too many rooms to clean.
Okay, we're going on answers.com.
Yeah, and just you are. I don't get to see any of this.
Oh, whoops.
I get to see Mount Fuji for some fucking reason.
How can you visualize what 7,000 square feet looks like?
Who asked that question? How can I visualize?
Anonymous.
No, I know, but why?
Imagine a square or rectangular area that is 70 feet long and 100 feet wide.
We got to click on like a separate question. How do I visualize a square that's 70 feet long and 100 wide?
I can't visualize that either.
Also, I don't want to ruin their day. It's a rectangle. It's not a square that's 70 feet wide.
It says square or rectangle.
Right, but if it's 70 feet long and 100 feet wide, it's by definition a rectangle. It cannot be a square.
Or you can break it down into smaller familiar areas such as 7,000 square foot apartments or 14 500 square foot studio apartments.
You could imagine 1 square foot 7,000 times in your mind. For me, it's like
That's not helpful.
The vertical space of a house. I don't know if it counts or not, and I can never like interpret that.
I don't
you know what I mean?
think it does. I think it's like foundation.
But like if you get floors, it must count the second floor, right? So if you have a 500 square foot floor and then you have a second floor that's also 500 square feet, that's 1,000 square foot house, I assume, right?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
We've already spent way too much time in Google, so
that's a great point.
I have to cut it off. That's
Google
one
how many square feet
know.
is Mount Fuji, then we can visualize it with the desktop.
Imagine 7,000 square feet as 0.72% of Mount Fuji.
You got to be way off, brother.
No, I am 100. I started way too high, and I knew
no way that guy's house is almost as big as Mount Fuji.
I knew when I said 0.7, I was like, uh-oh.
Trying to backdoor your way to a correct stat.
I just couldn't. So anyway, the house.
Now I'm just reading the fucking script before you are. It's a delicate balance because
I know.
I was like, don't do it. And I just started reading the script ahead of you.
That's why I have these buttons here. But, so the whole house was very state of the art, highest quality materials. They had a lot of handcrafted decorations and stuff. It even had running water and gas lighting available in every room. So basically, this is the home version of the PC I would build if I was the chair king of Chair City.
Yeah.
It would just be like, I'd pay an expert to like...
The gamer chair king.
Yeah.
All the neon blue chairs out there.
I'd pay someone to just pick out the most expensive, high quality motherboards and graphics cards and all that. So I have read a few different reports on how long it took, but it does seem to have taken between 1.5 to 3 years to build the whole thing. They finished in 1875.
That seems normal.
I guess. That was the thing. Another thing, I don't know how long it takes to build a house. I don't know what a normal amount of time to build a house is, because it said 1.5 and I was like, that doesn't seem that long.
The Amish slap that shit together real quick.
I forgot one thing about this detail, that it took 1.5 to 3 years. That was with 100 people working on the house.
That sounds like a lot.
Allegedly 100
okay, so
people.
There weren't. But it sounds like a lot.
It does sound like a lot.
It feels like at one time would be too many people.
I know.
I'd be into people.
About 2 weeks after moving in, Pierce's wife, Susan, contracted a flesh-eating bacteria. The disease progressed quickly, killing her before she was able to fully enjoy the new home.
I was going to make fun of her, but I guess I won't.
It is, that is like some...
How'd you get a flesh-eating bacteria in Gardner, Mass?
Also, I thought they were using top quality materials.
Well, she didn't say she got it from the house.
I just assumed
got
that
it.
she moved into the house and the house gave her
No,
fleshy
I assumed it was some
bacteria.
kind of tincture she took or something,
Maybe.
some kind of strange concoction she experimented with.
to calm her humors.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
something.
You go to some doctor and he's like, "Oh, we found this in the new colony of Haiti," and you're like, "What is it?" And it's just like a bug they found. It just kills you immediately. You know?
But it's a bug that's been like dead for like 10 years.
They soaked it in rum for some reason. And it was all spoiled. I guess that sucks. That sucks for her. I was gonna make fun of her, but I'll kind of give her a pass here. It's very like wife to move into a house and immediately become deathly ill. Just I'm trying to chill out for one goddamn day in my new house.
I feel like I'm sensing some sort of Ghost Binkers rule fizzling into existence. This is the second story where a family has moved into a house and someone in the family has died shortly after moving in.
People are just bad at moving back then. Does she become a ghost? Is she our ghost? Our titular?
We will find out.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
This guy's trying to fuck that ghost.
I need like a lightning sound effect. I'll get rid of the fart and put in lightning.
You should get rid of a lot of the sounds on there.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna.
I'm concerned you're gonna try and switch tabs on me and make a fart noise one day. Now that I know that it's also on the same.
Yeah, it's all on the same stream deck there. So S.K. Pierce is a man in the late 1800s. What do you think he does, Killian?
He makes chairs.
What do you? Yes. What do you
Am I wrong?
What do you think he does in response to his wife dying?
Oh, I immediately starts dating a 15-year-old in town.
Pretty much.
I think he finds like the nearest 15-year-old and is like, "We're married now, dame."
After Susan's death, he remarried Ellen, who was a woman 30 years younger than him.
What about the stupid people that get brought up on this podcast allows me to see through the veil instantly and determine their exact mind state at any moment?
Rich 1800s man. Obviously, he's got to marry someone who's half his age.
Come on,
that's like a rule.
Preposterous.
So they had two sons who they raised alongside Pierce's oldest son. What?
Tucson,
Arizona. Oh yeah, they should have named one two and the other son.
Yeah, I guess.
Supposedly they lived happily ever after-ish. I don't know. Like, there was no really drama after that.
Bummer.
They had a lot of big name guests, like President Calvin Coolidge.
I love when we start listening to this. Oh, okay. He's a classic one.
I looked this up.
Sucks to be around.
I've heard.
Have we told the story on the podcast?
I don't know.
Calvin Coolidge, the famous one. He was at like a dinner party, and he was famously like reserved and whatever. And this woman was like, "Calvin, I bet you I can make you say more than 2 words at this party tonight." And he turned to her and said, "You lose." And that's all he said for the night.
Whoa.
Which is kind of aura.
That's kind of badass.
Kind of cold. Some guy across him was like, "Calvin, that shit was so tough, man. That shit was tough."
That's kind of sick as hell.
Yeah, and then also I have to tell this one.
Yeah.
Legally, whenever he's brought up, him and his wife went to like a chicken farm, and they were like, "This rooster can fuck for like 10 hours and make 1 billion eggs." And his wife was like, "See?" And then they were like, "Oh, how does he do it?" And they were like, "Oh, like whenever you bring in a new hen, he gets refreshed." And Calvin was like, "See?" Which I think is, Damn. He was like, "Let me get some strange pussy in the White House."
All say what you want about Calvin Coolidge, but I think the man had swag.
Great sensibilities. Aura, very tough.
So I did check this one because I was like, I thought Calvin Coolidge was later. He wasn't in the 1800s as a president.
Oh.
So
he was early 1900s,
so
though.
he must have come to visit them before he was president.
Yeah, he was probably like 20, 30,
yeah. So they had Calvin Coolidge. They had P.T. Barnum.
Also, presidents are old. So, like he was probably fucking 60 when he was president, and then he visited when he was 35, 20, whatever.
So they had
P.T. Barnum?
P.T. Barnum, or as my Harry Potter people might know him, Petrificus Totalis Barnum.
Oh my fucking God.
And
or as my Bugs Life people might know him, the circus bug.
Oh yeah,
the asshole circus leader bug.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
And they had Norman Rockwell, which makes sense because Rockwell was in Massachusetts. I don't know if he stayed in Massachusetts, but he has a lot of art about Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. Is he from Mass, Norman Rockwell?
Let's
I don't know.
find out.
I always think of him as like sort of New Yorky almost because of the Saturday Morning Post shit. Shout out to Norman Rockwell.
Shout out.
The second best artist for that fucking magazine.
He was born in New York, died in Stockbridge.
Dude, we are wow. We are around it today.
Wow. So the house.
There's 3.
Yeah, just those three.
You got a fourth for me?
Those are the ones that were listed, at least.
Okay.
The house also served as a meeting place for Pierce's homies, the Freemasons. He was supposedly a Freemason.
They're ghost creators for sure. The Freemasons with their
Oh,
rituals,
yeah.
their jacking off and their rituals. That's ghost. That's ghost grounds.
You know,
so there was a day I was driving with someone and he pointed and was like, "Oh, there's a Freemason building like in the center of this town," and I saw like the symbol glowing and I was like, "Whoa." That's crazy. And then I was thinking about it and I looked it up and it's just like, yeah, it's just dudes jacking off together basically. It's just like a fucking a frat, but more. So it's like dudes who weren't in a frat who were like, well, I need to jack off with someone. I need a band of brotherhood to jack off with.
Quite verily, I must jack off with my boys.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, kids who wore fedoras in high school just jacking off together.
Just in case the Freemasons try to disappear us,
No,
I am not suicidal. I do enjoy my life.
I was gonna say I'm protected by the Illuminati, so you don't want to start a gang war.
And I think by proxy, I am also protected by them.
They go to slash me with the sword in a flash of light, and it's Beyonce with like big angel wings in front of me guarding me for the Illuminati.
Heroes never die. So eventually Pierce died, and then many years later, Ellen died too, and the house was passed down to their 3 sons. Immediately.
Oh, he had 2 with Ellen. He already
Two with
had one
Ellen,
before. I was
one-
like, they
yeah.
gained a kid? Whoa.
Yeah. Oh well, yes, because
Yeah.
two sons
With Ellen.
2 sons, but then there was one before.
They already had one.
Immediately, the sons engaged in a bitter battle over who should inherit the marvelous abode.
That shit is so funny. I love when that shit happens. I hope they all kill each other, War of the Roses style in this stupid fucking house.
Well, then you're gonna love what's about to
Okay.
happen. The disagreement drove the brothers apart, with the 2 eldest brothers physically moving away. This left the youngest son, Edward, to claim ownership of the mansion.
Sounds like someone got it. Yeah.
Well, that seems so counterproductive to me. It's
Yeah.
like you guys are bitterly fighting over this house, and they're like, "Fuck it, I'm leaving." And it's like, well,
Yeah.
you just forfeited the house, dog.
Well, yeah, no, I know.
You're done.
I guess you have to at some point.
I guess.
It's how it's going to go regardless.
But then at that point, it's like you didn't even need to have the bitter battle in the first place. You could have just given up the house before being estranged from your brother.
Yeah.
But anyway, tragedy seemed
Bitter battles belittle brothers.
Whoa. Yeah, bitter battles is it's kind of fun to say, to be honest.
Yeah.
Tragedy seemed to plague whoever lived in the home. Edward's 2-year-old daughter, Rachel, died in the house not long after moving in.
We transitioned into regular names all of a sudden.
Yeah, Rachel is
from Friends. Like, it was very, like everyone else was like Elliot and Joe, Sally Mae.
Also, okay, I did specify Edward was the youngest son. I was like,
He
wait,
stayed there, yeah.
where did Edward come from? So yeah, some of the sources that I read said it was an unknown disease. One said it was also flesh-eating bacteria again.
Yeah. The same thing in the fridge.
I like to think of it as what we did in the last story of the Baleroy mansion. I don't
remember a single thing about this show.
The little boy who died of unidentified childhood illness or whatever.
Skeleton water, yeah.
I'm thinking it's unidentified childhood illness.
No, he fell in the skeleton fountain.
he got
it was a flesh-eating bacteria that picked him clean to a skeleton.
Shit.
It was actually a bunch of piranhas.
he got skellingified.
Yeah.
By the 1930s, Edward couldn't keep up the expensive house and converted it into a boarding house.
How mad were his brothers?
I know, they're like, he fumbled the bag.
You did the whole thing and you didn't even make it $10 to pay off the property taxes each year?
He was fighting so hard for a house he couldn't afford in the first place. He didn't realize there was property taxes. He thought he would just inherit it and get to keep it.
Broke boy shit.
So he turned it into a boarding house, allowing activities like gambling, drug use, and prostitution to take place under his roof.
Oh, yeah. I guess, like, I don't know what a boarding house is.
Think Hey Arnold.
Right. Soho? It's like a Soho block?
Well, Hey Arnold lived in a boarding house.
I thought he lived in like apartments.
Well, I guess his grandparents technically owned the boarding house.
I don't know if I've ever seen a full episode of Hey Arnold.
Oh my God, it's a great show.
I've seen 700 shards of episodes of Hey Arnold. But every time I came on, I was like, ugh, Hey Arnold.
So a boarding house is kind of like an apartment, but it's just like you all live in the same house. So there's like a communal like kitchen.
Okay.
I guess maybe bathrooms too.
Yeah.
It would be like if this turned into like a home, like everyone got a room.
6 families lived in here.
6 families,
Okay.
everyone got one room.
Okay.
But we still only had like 2 bathrooms.
It sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, and one kitchen, and you know. everyone hates each other, but
Yeah, also Hey
that's all you
Arnold's
can do.
there for some reason.
Hey Arnold is there. He's got the coolest room in the house for some reason.
Helga keeps showing up.
Helga is kissing gum figures of Arnold for some reason.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I missed that shard. You know?
Yeah, no, somebody listening. It's my turn
She's
for
got
someone
a shrine.
listening.
She's got an Arnold shrine.
Yeah,
right. Is the bit,
but it's made of gum.
well, it's kid stuff. You know, she
Yeah.
doesn't have. She didn't have 3D printers back then.
But it's my turn where someone is listening to that obscure reference and they're like, hell yeah, brother. So this
Boarding house.
the gambling, drug use, prostitution. I'm gonna say citation needed on that one. No. Because not every article even brought that
No,
up.
I'm gonna say not needed. on
And this
that
is
one.
a tiny little pre-bink, but I feel like this is setting some excuses for ghosts later.
Oh no, I was gonna say that I think that like a loser fail son, just letting drunk people fuck in his house seems like the most likely thing. Of like,
Yeah.
he's not even fucking, but someone was like, I'm banging this hooker, and he was like, oh no, don't. And they're like, shut up, dork. And he's like, okay.
Yeah, so not thrilled with the inclusion of that detail, but
The one fun detail you hate.
it is important for some future
You're
conversations.
like, why aren't they talking about the spiritual essence of the house?
I want to know about the ghouls.
Why are they talking about the gambling, the degenerate freak gambling happening?
So
People are getting clapped up in this house for sure.
oh yeah,
But during gambling altercations.
yeah. By the 60s, we are like in the 1900s.
We launched into the, yeah.
By the 60s, Edward was forced to give up the house to a friend, where it fell into disrepair for many years before being fixed up by a private
as opposed
couple.
to the drug addict whorehouse it was before.
Yeah. So a private couple fixed it up who wanted to live in the home. Quickly, however, they realized just how active the Pierce mansion ghosts were.
I think
And
something
moved out shortly after.
something in the 60s made everyone really stupid permanently.
You
Because
think
that's
so?
when people start really having ghost problems.
That's when I think around where the rattling house was.
It's like you're on psychedelics still.
That's a great point.
You know?
Well, that paragraph was a great transition to get into ghost time.
Yeah.
I need a button for that too. Like
You
a little,
don't.
like a little boo. Boo. So S.K. Pierce, his wives, and sons can be seen around the mansion.
They were at separate times because it makes it sound like he has like
Yeah.
In defense of him, he might have been a little freak creep, but you know he
only had one wife at a time.
he stacked them appropriately time wise.
It was he did not. Well, I can't say he didn't cheat, but they were separate. They didn't overlap.
They were discrete incidences.
marriage wise.
Yeah. Oh, you think he fought? You think he was gay?
I can't say he didn't, but
Okay.
I can't say he
You
did.
think the Chair King was getting up to something?
I think the Chair King could if he wanted to.
He's like, oh, would you want to try this chair out, perhaps?
You want to take a ride on this chair?
I've got a rocking chair that's quite something.
I think you're onto something with that.
Yeah. I got all the 18th century moves or 19th century moves. Sorry.
So basically, S.K. Pierce and his whole family
Yeah.
are can be seen around the house. They may also be
The
responsible.
sitting King Pierce, we call him.
Sitting King Pierce, yeah. They may also.
I've been thinking of that for 45 minutes.
Let me see. Yep, 45 minutes. No, it's been like 30 minutes. They may also be responsible for much of the strange phenomena that takes place within the home. Many of the otherworldly experiences are things that make the visitors of the house jump with surprise. Doors will slam out of nowhere,
Okay.
and screens will fly off windows.
Is that like specific to them in some way?
It makes them jump.
No, but like was the family, did they like jumping or they
maybe-
said it like it was related to the family. Like, oh, obviously this is the connection to the family.
I think it's more like these are things that cause jump scares. They're like jump scaring the family a lot. Screen flying off a window. No, I'm not accepting that one as like a paranormal thing. They said the house was in disrepair.
Yeah, also like 60s screen technology.
It gets windy
Yeah.
in Massachusetts
Yeah.
sometimes. Not as windy as Chicago, but
Famously not windy.
yeah.
You know, named so because of the windbag politicians, of course.
But screens flying off windows, I don't accept that. I reject that one.
Your barrier for evidence is so strange to me.
I don't
What about
know.
the other one? Door slamming is evidence?
Yeah.
But screens flying off is a bridge too far.
A door slamming would have to have been done by a person.
Have you ever been near a door before?
I guess. Okay. if they left a window open
Okay.
and the wind blew, then it could also slam.
Good
a door.
news, they never left the window open. It's never happened in the history of the house.
Maybe the screen flew off and blew the window.
That was the
open.
strange thing about the screens popping off is you can't open the windows. So they were like, the screen just flew off. Why do we even have screens? We can never open the windows. A ghost must have installed them.
People have heard everything from low chanting to a house-shaking lion's roar. Which, okay, I don't. What was the lion's
That's so
roar?
funny.
I do like the low chanting.
P.T. Barnum
Oh,
brought his circus freaks in there.
Maybe he did.
Yeah. He brought the bearded lady. Who's like, whoa, yeah.
Oh. Furniture will move suddenly one moment, and the next there will be an overpoweringly bad smell in the air.
Some guy is farting his furniture across the room with a blast. Yeah. He's knocking furniture off the fucking floor with that, and his wife's like, what the fuck? And he's like, the ghost, that smell.
That might have been the most appropriate use of the fart sound.
He's just some guy farting so hard he's slamming recliners into the wall.
The temperature will suddenly spike or drop as people hear the footsteps of invisible bodies running past.
Old house, fucking insulated in the 60s.
Yeah.
That motherfucker has nothing going on.
Yeah. Or it could be P.T. Barnum again.
Yeah.
Running races with little people.
Yeah.
This is all in addition to the sightings of full-blown apparitions and shadow people throughout the home.
I hate when they give an FBA a different thing.
Yeah.
Freaking bloody apparitions. Full body apparition. Don't get cute
I didn't
with
even
it.
think about
Don't
that.
get cute
Full blown,
with it.
yeah.
Yeah, don't get cute with it.
I'm trying. I've been in talks with lawyers about how I don't have to contractually be obligated to believe in shadow people anymore.
Wow. I've broken you.
Well, so far they have told me that the clause is rock solid,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I do still have to contractually
Yeah.
believe in shadow people. It's an old home.
Yeah.
Shadow people happen sometimes.
Yeah. I also got a full bodied apparition. Show me the photographic evidence of it, because they'll always be like, "Oh, the person clear as day," and then it's like, "Where's the picture of them?" And they're like, "Well, in the picture, it's a smudge. it's an oily smudge on the camera, a drunk man used." And you're like, "Okay, well."
They're like, you can see it very clearly in this video here.
We've
and then you
circled
watch
it-
the video and you're like,
Yeah.
did I miss it?
And then they put a red circle around a random dark spot, and you're like, I guess. Yeah.
However, some of the spirits seem to actually want to hurt those who visit. One person described feeling like they were pushed towards the stairs.
Okay.
While another was nearly shoved out of a third-story window.
What does it mean to feel like you were pushed? Were you pushed or not?
Someone was trying to push them, but they
That's what
were
I'm saying.
strong enough.
Yeah, that's
They
what
had
I'm
a
saying.
strong enough build. That
I'd know
they
if you
could
felt like you were
resist it.
pushed down the stairs when your ass got knocked down the stairs, brother.
Well, they were pushed towards the stairs.
Also, can you imagine if you invite your mother-in-law over and she's like, I was nearly pushed out the window. You're like, shut up, you fucking piece of shit. I wish you fell out the fucking window.
That is like a really dramatic thing.
Some
I was
annoying
almost
ass lady
pushed out of the window.
Come on.
Now
Some man was like, I almost fell down the stairs. You're like, shut up.
Now these are all feelings, so there's really no way to ever prove whether or not they happen.
I find it coincidental
But-
that none of the people who feel like ghosts are trying to kill them ever get fucking killed.
There was that one. Nah, I
No,
don't think
they were freak alive. The fucking blue mist, get out of here. But if you felt like you were being pushed down the stairs, you should have fell down the stairs. If I felt like pushing them down the stairs, they'd fall.
I guess.
I'm saying it's always like, oh, it did this.
It's
and it was
never-
never anything a problem. You know what I mean?
It's never someone getting picked up and tossed down
I'm
the
saying
stairs.
a ghost never sprained somebody's ankle. Grade 2.
Because you mean to tell me that there isn't some sort of Saquon Barkley ghost
exactly.
out here
Oh my
that
God.
could lift you up? And
I felt like the ghost hurled me backwards.
I flew back 20 feet.
Yeah. The fucking Mike Tyson ghost is like, here we go. And you're just like, this ghost hits like a fucking truck, dude. Holy shit.
The Super Smash home run bat sound as you fly across the room.
Yeah.
So I want you and the Bink Squad to just remember that third story window ghost push.
Oh, yeah. You want us to focus on the possible defenestration.
Remember the defenestration.
Yeah.
We do, because in the future, we're going to have a little example of a ghost story telephone. I forgot what you actually call it. but
yeah.
But I found a pretty more direct version of the pushing
same
story
yeah.
from none other than friend of the show, Sarah Barnacle.
Hey, SB.
These Sarah Barnacle articles are sticking to our podcast like a barnacle.
Wow, there you go. Mm-hmm. I always love when we get a particle of a genuine Sarah Barnacle article.
So, speaking of which, we're going to switch over to this banger of an article, a Sarah Barnacle article, because she has actually written about this, and I stumbled into it. I didn't even realize
Oh, okay.
it.
This wasn't solicited from her.
No.
Okay, because we've solicited material from her in the
Yeah.
past.
Yeah. No, this one was just a straight up coincidence because Gardner isn't too far from Worcester. They actually had the builders who built this house from Worcester.
Yeah, I forgot she's got a sort of stomping ground.
Stomping ground, yeah.
Stalking ground.
When it's a spooky article, it's a stalking ground.
Yeah.
For the last 14 years, Marion Luoma has been keeping a watchful eye as caretaker at the S.K. Pierce mansion after the previous owners fled from the so-called haunted property.
I don't believe in caretakers. I don't trust caretakers.
14 years though?
There's a well-known ghost. I don't know if it's inappropriate to mention other ghost shows on here.
No, I think it's
But
fine.
there's a ghost show recently, and they're doing a 24-hour stay in some place. Mm-hmm. And the first time they went, the believer on the show was like, "Oh my God, there's like sounds upstairs, blah blah," and it sounded like a dog and a person. And then the skeptic host was like, "I think there might have been a dog and a person up there." And then it turns out
caretaker.
There was a caretaker who wasn't supposed to be there with a dog upstairs. And so it's like, and it's caretakers are like they're stealing shit all the time. They're liars. They're freaks. You know.
And
I've never met a trustworthy caretaker in my life.
And I guess if a caretaker could steal stuff, they could also steal valor.
Yeah. Oh my God, she's wearing full camo to the grocery store. She's like, yeah, I was fighting in Kuwait. Well, think of the caretakers, the famous caretakers. Hagrid.
He's a great guy.
You don't think Hagrid was smuggling spider eggs
no,
in every
Hagrid
week?
he was a seedy fellow.
Once a book, he'd be like, Hagrid, what's under your coat? And he'd be like, oh, no, nothing. And you'd be like, what is it, Hagrid?
I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
And then you'd be like, Hagrid, you're growing a mutagenic slug that eats kids at the kids' school? And he'd be like, oh, he's a good guy. He's a good friend.
Oh, that's just old Norbert.
Yeah. You're like, Norbert's killing Neville.
Norbert is a dragon, so it's a little different.
I know,
but,
yeah.
I didn't want the Potterheads to come after me for calling the slug Norbert.
I can see Luna floating around inside the giant slug. Get her out of there, Hagrid.
Everyone knows the slug's name is Dobby.
He's like, Larry, put him down, Larry.
Maybe that's how we get views. We just have to rage bait Harry Potter fans.
No, don't do that. No. I'm sorry I brought it up.
So, bringing it back to Sarah's writing here, I don't know if you clocked this. She said the so-called haunted property.
Yeah, you think she's a senior?
Do we sense a little senioritis from Sarah?
Sarah Barnacle, senior banker, SB.
Oh,
I'm saying I might be Sarah Barnacle in disguise.
Oh.
I might have created her out of whole cloth to manipulate you.
Holy shit.
How deep does it go?
I wish I had a conspiracy button to hit.
You can like probably see her on Instagram getting a pizza at a local Worcester restaurant or something.
Yeah, but what if that's you too? So yeah, for the last 14 years, she said she's seen it all.
The first time I ever was afraid in the house, well, of course it was in the basement.
She said as she opened the door to the depths of the building.
I felt something tug on my jacket. I went flying backwards.
So this is what you wanted. She went flying backwards. Mm-hmm. Something pulled. So Saquon Barkley, ghost, yanked her backwards.
Sounds like a cornerback, the defensive holding out there. I was trying to break away on a post corner.
Yeah. So that's a Luoma.
The ref said it was incidental contact. I don't agree.
Luoma, who said she wasn't a believer when she first stepped into the mansion, explained that over the years, she's had her hair pulled. The skeletons will pull your hair
also
up, but not
I've
out.
also had my hair pulled in my house, girl. Big deal.
And she's been poked and pushed, but it was an apparition that appeared in front of her about 8 years ago that sticks with her the most.
I saw a floating head. It was a clear bubble about the size of a basketball. It stopped in front of me. When it turned and looked at me, I saw Mr. Pierce looking back. Suddenly, the head flew into a wall and disappeared.
Paul Pierce dribbled by her? He dribbled the ghost by her?
Sylvester Pierce. So she just saw like a severed head.
She saw an inbounds pass from Paul Pierce.
I guess, pretty close to Boston.
Also, my man's got a basketball-sized head. Got a fucking dome on him.
Yeah,
It's got some fucking girth to it.
that's a big head.
I feel like if the center mass of your head is basketball-sized, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so she saw a severed head.
Yeah.
When did this story happen, do you know? Probably not from the article, right?
I don't know. So this was written in 2024.
Yeah, but then she said 14 years ago, and then
14 years ago.
8 years
so,
before that, I think.
Yeah, you know.
I guess my question was like,
Within this millennium.
was like the second Friday the 13th out? Was the Friday the 13th Nintendo game where Jason's mom's ghost head floats around? I'm always trying to key in on like what
was in the zeitgeist.
The zeitgeist.
Oh.
The Frightgeist?
Whoa! That was pretty good.
Pretty fucking sick.
That was really good.
End the show. I gotta go write something down.
All right, yeah, that's it for this episode. We'll catch you. No, we have more Sarah Barnacle article to get through.
Sorry,
here.
I just had a great moment there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm always like, oh, I wonder if like she heard about this or saw it somewhere and was like, oh my god, it happened to me.
Yeah, it's possible. That same night, she said a paranormal investigator whom she would not name. Chip Coffee.
You had a paranormal investigator come into the house the night the ghost thing happened.
Oh yeah, that same night.
Come on, girl.
She called Chip Coffee for sure.
Shaking his big ass coffee and having predictions.
Whom she would not name was thrown from the third floor balcony by what they believed to be an angry spirit. Man fell 2 stories.
No fucking shot.
2
A guy
stories?
died?
I don't think he died. I feel like she would have specified he died.
Was he thrown from the balcony?
I don't think so.
This is my question.
But do you remember that moment I told you to remember before?
Yeah, it's this one.
That was. I think we got a little extra dramatization on the balcony thrown. I was almost thrown out the window. I think I guess I could be wrong.
I don't even think someone fell off the balcony.
I was picturing an indoor balcony, not an outdoor balcony.
I was picturing like stairs with a landing.
Yeah. I guess he could have been thrown from the 3rd to the 2nd floor, but still. No. I mean, either way, crazy.
Yeah, I don't think that happened. That's one of those where like show me the guy, the hospital visit for that guy, you know.
Man tripped and just stumbled over the banister.
Or that. Yeah, I've had relatives fall from balconies and they weren't the soberest at the time, so, you know.
But yeah, so that is, I think, I mean, they're both really dramatic, but I think that's the less dramatic of the two.
Yeah.
I guess the other one was I was almost thrown out.
I guess
a window,
also she
but
saw like a floating decapitated ghost head.
Yeah.
Kind of for no reason, because he wasn't like decapitated.
No.
So after he died, he was like, well, I can't bring my body around. I gotta float my head around.
Maybe.
Like that feels like I would get it if it was like he was decapitated.
Yeah.
But this is just like, why is his head floating around?
Well, as the ghost scientist of the podcast, I'll get into a little bit.
He had
of
enough ghost energy
here.
For the head, but not for the whole body.
That or
your theory.
That or maybe he's just trying to conserve energy, and it costs less energy.
I don't want to do the legs right now.
It costs less energy to just manifest
He's
a
just
head.
the head and the penis. That's all I had time for. Where's my wife? Where's Ellen?
When asked about the penis, he said, "Just in case."
Ellen sometimes walks around here. I better not see Deborah or whatever the old one's name was.
That's got to be a little awkward for him.
Reuniting, you think?
Now he's living with both wives. It's either really good or really bad.
And she's like, "Oh, your friend Ellen from work from the chair factory? Wife, huh?" And he's like, "Gotta go." And he leaves his body behind like a lizard shaking its tail away.
That's why he's just the head. His ex-wife has the body.
Luoma, get her away from me.
So during its boarding house years, there was a number of strange incidents, including the legendary death of a Finnish World War II veteran, Eno Sari.
Luoma's husband. Luoma's a Finnish name.
Oh, maybe. Well, Sari is this guy's last name. Or Sari.
Maybe they were lovers. Hadn't married yet.
That's possible.
That's why she's keeping the house so safe. Because his bones are in the basement.
Oh.
That's why she's keeping the house a secret, because she killed him because he was going to go back to Finland to throw the javelin. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm sorry this happened to that guy.
Oh, I hit the wrong button again.
You've been awful with those today.
I kind of forgot where all the
You've
buttons
been misfiring
are.
like crazy. You got to do some. We got to do some drills before the next episode to warm you up.
Sometimes I do think about doing like practice sessions.
Yeah, give me
with
the
the
all like
soundboard.
flashcard, like
That might not be the worst idea.
choking sound.
You couldn't really hear it, but
Called out theme song fart, and you have to do, you know.
you're being called out. I did it.
Really bad.
Anyway, so sorry, I'm probably butchering that pronunciation, but if you want to see how it's spelled, I'll tell you how it's spelled. It's E-I-N-O.
What if I wanted to see how?
Oh, you want to see? Okay.
fucking-
All right, here we go.
This is how you pronounce the famous Finnish forester and pole-vaulter.
Yes, how do we pronounce that?
Sorry.
Awesome.
It is pronounced as no sorry.
Yeah, he perished after a fire in his bedroom in 1963. The original rumor was that the 47-year-old Sari spontaneously combusted and burned to death in bed.
Hell yeah.
It is scientifically possible to spontaneously combust. That sounds absolutely insane.
Debated. Very debated. I think a lot of scientifically possible spontaneous combustions are like cigarettes dropped into the mattress.
That's fair.
Well, AI shut you down hard.
Yeah,
there.
but we don't trust AI.
There's like people have said it's possible.
Oh,
and
it's a
there's-
concept,
there's
so it is
some-
not
But
necessarily.
like, I think I think if you ask a more practically minded scientist, they would say no.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much reason for it. Like I said, I think a lot of them are like, there's actually some condition they couldn't spot effectively to connect to the person who combusted.
Yeah. Basically,
Also-
what you're saying is being explained in this
Yes,
Wikipedia article.
this Finnish guy dropped a cigarette into the bed and then blew up. Also, do we have a death certificate for this guy? The classic.
Well,
I
we
demand death.
looked him up and we couldn't find him.
We saw an old man. So
We
maybe
saw an
he
old man
maybe
who
he got
wasn't
away.
him. Oh,
How do you know it wasn't
you think
him?
he faked his death?
No, I think he just went back to Finland.
Oh, so it is now believed that Sari, who was said to have drunk like a fish and smoked like a chimney, fell asleep while smoking in bed, causing the deadly fire.
I know it's on screen. I didn't read that. Okay, I want you to know that.
A likely story.
I want you to know that I was throwing that theory out there right away. Okay.
Walking into Sari's room, now a makeshift altar sits on the bureau.
Yeah.
Offering up small gifts like miniature bottles of booze and even an electronic cigarette for the afterlife.
Not appropriate to give him a vape pen. But you know someone was trying to like bang a hooker that night and then was like
And just left that stuff behind.
the fucking fire. No, like you're like in the gambling house trying to get laid, and then the fucking Finnish guy falls asleep and blows the house up. And you're like, God damn it.
Yeah. Well, so according to Boston Ghosts,
BG.
that Finnish guy, people who stand in the room describe smelling something burning for just a moment before it fades away.
Yeah, they just like fucking covered the floor up. They didn't redo it, you know?
Probably,
they fucking
yeah.
just sealed that shit in the walls in 1968.
They probably used the same mattress.
No, I
too.
know,
They just
yeah.
slapped new upholstery on it.
It's historical.
In 2009, Lillian Otero and Edwin Gonzalez bought the large, then yellow home, calling it their dream home. After hearing voices, seeing various apparitions, finding bones in the basement, and an alleged possession, the couple decided they'd had enough and left the property.
When did they buy?
2009.
Yeah. Famous great time to buy a house.
Oh. The housing
Yeah, it was like
crash.
the year after. What the fuck were they doing? I'm very suspicious of these people.
If it crashed, I assume that they probably got it for a good
Where'd
price.
they get the fucking money to do that?
Rich people always
I
have
think they
money.
caused the crash.
Oh.
I think it worked for Fannie Mae.
But then why did they leave so soon after?
Because they were like, oh shit, the housing market doubled in 3 years because of bullshit we did.
That's when the home was featured on the Travel Channel's Ghost Adventures to, quote, communicate with the relentless spirits
Yeah.
to better understand why they kept haunting Edwin and Lillian.
What did Zach Baggins find?
Dude, don't get me started on Zach Baggins.
Isn't this his vehicle? Ghost Adventures?
Oh, yeah. Ghost. Is that Zach Baggins? I think you might be right. Yeah, I honestly don't trust a word he says, so.
Well, we're about to read a bunch of them, so we'll lock in.
Since then, hundreds of ghost hunters and paranormal investigators have visited the home in hopes of finding proof of the supernatural.
No one saw a fucking floating head shoot through the fucking walls, and they can't find a single fucking video of it. Now they've been going there for hundreds of years.
And they had a whole TV show on
A
it.
Finnish guy exploded in the fucking basement, and they couldn't find him.
No.
Also, what's up with the bones in the basement?
Honestly.
Is that the only information you got about it?
I will get into that very briefly, and it is...
So you've mentioned it twice, and each time it's been the same one sentence of context.
I may have used that specific sentence as a template for my intro.
Okay, yeah, right. That makes sense, I suppose. Also, whenever in the intro you say you, I'm like, I didn't. I get all like indignant about it. I'm like, no, I didn't move there.
No,
No, I don't believe in ghosts.
I take a real Goosebumps approach to my intros, or I try to.
You pretend like I'm a scared kid at piano lessons.
I try to. Yeah. I love Goosebumps books. So.
I come back one day after getting a cool new mirror and I'm left-handed. You're like, whoa.
That was a great book.
Yeah.
Let's get invisible.
It has baseball in it, so I was really stoked on it. Any ghost you can also like the idea of stepping into my mirror as a valueless right-handed pitcher and stepping out as a very valued left-handed reliever.
Powerful left-hander.
All of a sudden, I'm a shutdown guy in the pen. You know, come on.
Eventually, a book, not Goosebumps, was written about Otero and Gonzalez and their experience in the home. The name of that book is "Bones in the Basement: Surviving the S.K. Pierce Haunted
Who wrote
Mansion"
the book?
by Joni Mayhan.
Okay.
You can read this book right now if you want to.
All
I
right.
did not.
Yeah. It kind of feels like
I like the title.
I'm sniffing something in the air. It's like a business interest of some kind. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of like grifter vibes from the Otero Gonzalez family.
That's fair.
You move into a haunted house, and then 2 weeks later, you're like, oh my God, it's haunted.
Well, so Joni might be taking their story, maybe giving them a little bit of money for it or something.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know.
I do like the title, Bones in the Basement. It does remind me that the bones are their money.
Also,
so are the worms.
Surviving the mansion. Surviving a big-ass house.
Yeah. I guess
I'm so proud of you.
I probably should have read it to see what they had to survive.
I spent $12 on a book.
We might...
Get $17 on a Kindle edition of the fucking book.
I think I have some ways that I could find it for free.
Okay, well, I'll tell Joni about them when you find it.
Archive.org.
Oh, Joni, you hear that? They're uploading your shit without consent, Joni.
It might be consensual.
Go get them, Joni.
You have to borrow it. You can't,
it's a library type deal.
Yeah. You can't download it.
I hate that shit.
I guess
I'm gonna go on.
Probably
I'm gonna
for
go
legal
on,
reasons.
I'm gonna go on some strange Russian website with blue and white squares, and you click in it. You have to wait 30 seconds for a PDF link to appear, and I'll steal Joni's book the good way, the old-fashioned way.
It moves around the screen, and
there's
you have to catch it with your cursor.
There's like 10 fake download ads you can't fall for. You have to figure out which one is the real one.
So in 2015, the property once again exchanged hands after Robert Conti, owner of The Dark Carnival, a traveling haunted circus based in New Jersey, bought it for around $329,000, which seems really cheap. $329,000 in 2015. I know like the house is like in disrepair, but like pretty good.
It's what I paid for a house, a seventh of the size. Yeah.
Yeah, in Gardner, in Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
He did
that
buy,
house is more than that now.
Yeah, he did buy it sight unseen, and then started restoring.
More like sight unscream.
There it is. I keep wanting to press the called out button because I'm
just calling people out.
In my head, that's where the rim shot
I've got
is.
an aggressive energy. You gotta swap the buttons now. You gotta let your fingers.
I know, but then I'm gonna.
Your fingers know what they want. You know.
My fingers know what they want, but when I swap it, then my brain will have made the correction already, and then I'll be like, "Fuck."
It means you waited too long to swap.
Yeah. Ultimately, he plans to transform it into a haunted bed and breakfast. Those plans are still being finalized.
We don't have to do the business alarm again. We get it.
Well, this is very clear. It is a business.
Yeah, I was just saying.
while the waiting list to spend the night with the spirits has topped 10,000, according to Luoma. There are 10,000 people who want to spend the night with
Oh, she's
spirits.
Still here. She's still caretaking.
Yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately,
she's in on it.
I have still attributed the business interest to her. And I still will.
Fun fact.
Luoma was haunting Otero Gonzalez, you think?
Oh, I mean, she could be.
How scared are you?
But fun fact.
Some Finnish lady dangling.
What you said about the value of the house going up?
Yeah.
It ended up selling recently for $1 million.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, a mill. Yeah, that's cool.
A cool mill.
Yeah, that rocks.
It was listed for 1.2, so they got a pretty good deal.
It's good when in 10 years houses at least triple in price. That's really cool.
So, last few little things here. There are some other ghosts that were not touched upon. That, Sarah lives in the real world, but Boston Ghosts does not.
Yeah, they profit from slanderous lies about
the
ghosts.
more ghosts they put on their articles,
All right,
the better.
how many fake murders are they inventing for this one?
Okay, so I don't know, but there's 4 other ghosts.
Okay, so at least 2, I'll say.
The strangled woman.
Okay, so
there's one murder.
There's one for sure.
Oh wait, I can do this for once. 1 murder.
I hate that one. It's too much like a fucking.
Do you think it's too corporate sounding?
Yeah.
Okay, how
like
about this one?
Still
One murder.
It's better, I guess.
Okay, and then there's this one. One
That's
murder.
too corporate.
That's
sure.
very
That sounds like a
corporate,
fucking iPhone text alert.
Yeah. During the years as a body boarding house, there are rumors that a prostitute was strangled in her room. Didn't you make a reference to that earlier?
I did, yeah. Again, I can't see the future, unfortunately. I'm psychic but only for the dumbest people on Earth.
Maybe you're psychic, but only on this podcast.
I think I literally might be tuned in only to like the dumb guy channel of the psychic radio, and so other psychics can see ghosts and cool shit, and I can just tell you what the dumbest fucking moron who buys a house for no money is gonna say. Yeah, exactly.
Her killer was never found, and it seems her death may not have been reported. Which, like, okay, yeah. So
she
that's
was
not,
so out of town, we never even knew she was here.
So, yeah, that prostitute died. You probably never heard about it. And don't go looking for records. There are no records.
The cops came and they said they weren't real people. There was a hit and run and they weren't real people? What do you mean?
The couple that remodeled the home found women's pelvic bones buried in the basement, which may have belonged to this young lady.
Okay.
If not,
she had 2 pelvises? What do you mean?
If not her, who knows how many other
Also-
people were killed in the Pierce mansion.
Also, we're not that good at telling pelvic bones apart. People pretend like you can immediately tell a pelvic bone apart. Women's pelvic bones are slightly wider, but not by very much.
I mean, I guess
it's very,
I would
okay.
assume the couple probably called the police and they had like a forensic expert deem that it was a woman's
but,
pelvic bone, but
again,
like
you can't really tell.
You can't tell it's a prostitute's pelvic bone.
But often you can't even tell gender from bones. People love to pretend you can just tell gender from bones, and a lot of it is like height and what were they wearing when they died, which is not the bones. Like it's mostly not the bones, But so anyway, they found a dead hooker's bones in their basement, according to them.
Again, the bones are their
Were
money.
there any belongings with the bones that might have indicated it was a hooker? That like
Those have long since disintegrated.
the bones, they threw the bones in the basement. Where in the basement did they find the bones?
I don't know.
Did they
It
dig them
doesn't-
up?
it doesn't
Were they in
say.
the basement, like on the floor?
Yeah, it just
Is that what the big chest in the corner of their basement had?
maybe.
Okay, because mine is empty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I tried to let the spirits out day one.
Well, you did.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've left, clearly. They flew out the door. They're like, bye.
We're finally free.
Yeah, and I have a PlayStation, too. They didn't want to stay.
Wow. Yeah, they don't know what they're missing.
No, I know.
They were too old. They don't know what it was. They were like,
Marvel
what?
Rivals, never heard of it.
What is that?
But yeah, so they found bones in the basement somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, is it a finished basement? They found them under the fucking couch.
Honestly, couldn't tell you.
Okay.
On to the next one.
These are questions that Boston Ghost should have asked. How's
Yeah.
that? Take that, Boston Ghost.
Boston-
If Sarah was there,
So-
if SB was there, she would ask the hard-hitting questions like this.
One thing I will say about Boston Ghosts, not really great for fleshing out their ghosts.
Okay, yeah.
Really good for giving
Suggesting.
me a bunch of named ghosts.
Okay.
Which is
Well,
which is fun.
They'll name it. They'll name every ghost. They'll
Yeah.
name Ted. I'm surprised they didn't call this one, Clarice or something.
Clarice the Strangled Woman.
Chlorind, whatever.
This next ghost is the Young Spirit.
That's a terrible name, Boston Ghost.
The Young Spirit.
Back to the board, but
The recent owners described seeing a little boy with yellow hair running between their windows.
where did he come from?
Others have heard a little girl laughing who many believe is Rachel Pierce. The little girl who died of possibly
Why bring up the boy
flesh-eating
then?
bacteria.
Cut the boy out, Boston Ghost.
The boy-
Don't report that. You're picking the fake story
yeah, the
to
boy.
tell.
The boy couldn't even be any of the brothers because they all lived.
They all grew up and fought with each other all the damn time.
Maybe they thought it was a boy.
My boyhood died when I had to fight over this house. And it separated from my spirit and stayed here.
Oh, Now that's a theory that I could get behind.
Yeah.
That's it for the young spirit.
Oh, yeah. I figured by the name, honestly. It wasn't going to be a good one.
This next one,
The former nanny.
that one's really like, just call it the nanny. Call her the nanny.
This feels like Luoma getting.
Oh,
She was like, she never cleaned. She never cleaned the room. I'm trying to do Finnish, but I don't know what they sound
I
like.
don't know. Yeah,
Oh, she never cleaned the room up. She left it very dirty.
That might be more Swedish.
I gotta pick a little Sonic profile to go with.
yeah. Another regular spirit is Maddie Cornwall. Oh, so there's an actual name. A young nanny who cared for the
Fucking
Pierce
Maddie
children.
cornballs over here. Come on.
Okay, so she cared for the Pierce children long ago. Many believe Cornwall felt safe within the Pierce home, so she decided to never leave. That's kind of
Me
sweet.
interring myself in the Pappuccinos I worked at for 6 months back in 2017.
I just felt so safe there.
Yeah, I just loved pepperoni.
That would be crazy if that is how it worked.
Fucking
You just,
so stupid.
You just pick your favorite place and get to
Stupid. Oh, my
stay
favorite
there
place was
forever.
the racist chair king yelled at me every day. That's where I felt most safe.
Well, with a last name like Cornwall, she has to be white.
Oh, come on. You think the chair king isn't like, I only hire women of the Finnish stock, and you're clearly a Swede.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm the weird kind of racism, the old kind.
This last one is called
A dark-haired woman.
not the dark-haired woman,
Okay.
but a
Get
dark-haired
your finger
woman.
hovering over the horny button.
The couple who lived in the home described seeing a woman with an evil smile and dark hair. She would try to lure the couple into dangerous
I
situations.
found long dark hair in the shower. Oh, that must have been from the evil woman we saw. Remember? Remember how scary she was? She was like, okay, I found like a woman's like panties. And he's like, that must have been the evil woman ghost.
She tried to lure the couple into dangerous situations, like a threesome.
Baby, remember how I said she was haunting the other day in the kitchen?
Possibly even trying to possess the woman who lived there. Whoa. The husband praying she possesses his wife.
Under what context does this happen? The wife was like, wow, I felt like she almost possessed me there for a minute.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Tried to possess you. Either she did or she didn't.
She was mid-climax
Yeah,
and
how-
she was like, I had an out-of-body experience.
But how do you get almost possessed? Like, how do you know?
Well, possibly possessed.
No, but I'm saying how? Like under what criteria is this possible a thing?
She wakes up, she's like, whew, I'm feeling possessed this morning.
Yeah. He's like, geez, honey, sounds like the dark-haired lady's back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's a euphemism.
Once a month.
That is it for our ghosts, and that is it for all the haunts.
You're already making up the ghost. Just make up a fun story. Just make her possess the fucking wife. It's fake anyway.
I will say,
give me a
'cause
little juice.
a lot of those are like pretty. I haven't really found any other things anywhere. I do agree. I think if you're gonna make up the ghost, make up the story.
At this point, I've said it. If ghosts are real and this is what they do, this is so boring. I would ignore them on my way to work.
I'm all for like the boring ghost story doing something normal, but you're making these ghosts up. They're not even tied
That's what
to
I'm
like.
saying.
They're not even tied to like.
But you know what?
A historical.
You know what
thing.
it feels like is like, you know, like sometimes your cat will run around and scare you at night,
Yeah.
and then it keeps running around, and you're like, okay, I get it. You're running. Sue me. Shut up. Like, and that's what I feel like. The first time a ghost shut up, you'd be like, oh my god. And then when it's like, I'm possibly gonna possess you, I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Do it already.
I'm
Come
going to
on.
fucking work.
Just get it out of the way.
I'm trying to have some
do.
fucking cereal. Leave me alone.
I woke up at 9 so I could
Yeah.
rake the yard.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's fucking raining. It's raining. Okay, I'm not gonna get possessed.
So I was gonna do a little bit where I was like, is this a business interest? Why don't we just go to https://SKHauntedVictorianMansion.com.
Yeah, well, obviously since 2015.
It's very clearly
I mean,
a business interest. There's no
Yeah.
denying it.
I
Like,
think back then they thought like, oh, we'll get ghost people to come in and we'll be able to sell the house.
Yeah.
Or like charge the ghost people to come in. I think that's what they were thinking, and they just kind of like
they couldn't make it. They couldn't pull
honestly,
it off.
I bet you they probably did do a little bit of that.
Maybe a little.
They sold it to the fucking idiot in 2015. So like,
Yeah.
they must have done something. Also, it's probably like otherwise it's probably like a kind of an old house. And you're like, oh, it's kind of
yeah,
a lot of maintenance work. It's really big.
Well, that's the thing. The guy who bought it for $300,000+ because it was like so dilapidated and run down. and
Well, I also
everything,
just
so
think it's so big. You know, it's hard to maintain.
it is really big. Yeah.
I always wonder how dilapidated it is. Because I feel like people always say like, "Oh, this house is
So
fell into
run
disrepair,"
down.
and then you see it and you're like, "Oh, it's not that bad."
That's not too bad. Let me
Gotta
see if I can
fucking,
find
you
some
know.
pictures. I had pictures, but I lost them all.
That's funny.
Okay, here's some pictures here. You can kind of see.
Well, these are all new.
These are all new, but
Yeah, I mean they kept it old looking.
those are the 4 new owners as of this year.
I don't like the look of them.
That looks kind of run down a little bit.
Yeah.
These pictures are really weird. They're like blurry, but like also HDR at the same time.
They're very well lit for like being indecipherably
I'm really
blurry.
confused by those. Yeah.
Also,
so,
the house looks different in every picture.
it's just different angles.
And the colors changing.
Well, yeah, this is the at the time yellow house that
Yeah, so
Sarah mentioned.
When was that taken? At the time, Yellow House.
That was with the the couple that that found the bones.
2008, 2009.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the S.K. Pierce mansion. And now we have to get into our Bink scale.
Yeah.
Our Bink scale today will be going from 1 to 10.
Ooh. Okay. Wow, that's weird.
Yeah. I figured I'd just pick an arbitrary number.
And we can use all the numbers in between.
Yep.
Oh, okay. It's not 1 or 10.
No.
It goes
you
from
can-
all the
you
way.
You can go. 1 is fully binked,
Okay.
aka no ghosts. They're not real.
Yeah.
10, unbinked. Ghosts are real. We believe. What do you think, Killian?
I guess if I had to think long and hard about it, and like really kind of mull it over, and like I also probably I need time to process things fully for this
Yeah.
house before I give it a 1, probably, which is what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like out of 10, I think I would probably go for like 1. But maybe out of like 15, I'd probably go 1.
And out of 5.
Like probably 1.
Okay. All right.
I gotta
Noted.
say, out of 5, I'd kind of want to go lower than 1 if possible, like 0.5 maybe. Or
Unfortunately,
0.
1 is the
Yeah.
lowest you can go.
So that I'd cap out at 1 there.
I'm gonna give this one a 2 out of 10.
Okay.
Because
I don't even feel like your heart's in these 2s anymore.
You think they're just secret ones?
I think these are secret ones. Yeah. Is that okay to say? I don't want to give your game away on
No,
the podcast.
it's fair.
But like, what about this was convincing to you?
I
From
think-
the 1 to
so
a 2.
I think-
Was it the basketball head? Did you like my Paul Pierce joke enough to just give this a 2?
I did like that.
Okay.
I think with these, it's not even a Binkflation scale. It's like what I want to like. It's how much I want to believe.
It's
the
worse than
story.
Binkflation?
It's worse than Binkflation. It's me like just wishing I believed the story.
Yeah.
And
Just
how
pretending it was a 2.
So the higher the number,
It's crazy that your wish is a 2 at this point.
Yeah, the higher the number, the more I wish was
Yeah.
true. This one, I don't know. There's a big business interest
Yeah.
involved.
This was an episode where I had a lot of psychic activity.
You did have a lot of
predicting
psychic
the shit you were
activity.
gonna say. So that probably makes it tough.
That can really
when
hurt.
you bring up the spontaneous combustion, I throw out the cigarette in bed theory, only for it to be a cigarette in bed. That is tough.
And also just like I have a hard time using the pre-established Ghost Binker ghost science that we've developed.
Yeah.
Accepting that anything here would cause a ghost.
Yeah. It's making you yearn for Lizzie Borden.
A little bit.
This was kind of like a regular house where some
It
drunks
was a regular
hung out.
house where like just a family was kind of
Yeah.
happy to be
because
there.
also like if gambling causes ghosts, every 19-year-old smartphone is creating a ghost.
Yeah.
Every minute right now as they bet $11 on a parlay that involves Russell Wilson throwing 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe there were some bones in the basement. That's why I'll give it a 2. But like,
That felt like the fishiest part to me.
you think they
To have
they
no-
just got some Halloween bones?
Just to have no details about it. It's like,
Yeah.
where in the basement? Is it a finished basement? Is it unfinished? Was it in like a well? Like, where were these bones?
Yeah.
What about them was human looking? I feel like you'd also want to tell like the authorities that, like, if you find bones in your house, you shouldn't be like, oh, ghost. You should be like, oh, you should tell the cops. Because there
Yeah.
might have been an actual dead person here if you think they were really human bones.
I would assume they did, but then they try to spin it into a ghost thing.
See, I would assume that they did, and the cops were like, that's a dog's bones.
Oh.
And then they were like, oh, well, it could
That's
be
possible.
a human. And the cop's like, yeah, I guess, whatever. I have to go harass a teenager who's leaving a Cumberland Farms right now.
I will say, I am starving for a ghost story that makes me want to give it like a 4 or 5 again. It's been a long
yearning
time
for a 4.
It's been a long time since I've given a 4
Yeah.
or a 5.
I do think that this show has been a good case study for the fact that I can kind of break people. if I'm in a room with them long enough, I wear them down somehow.
But I don't even think it's you. It's me trying to prove to myself that these
Yeah.
ghosts are real, and I can't even prove it to me.
I wonder, this is a bit of like a, what's it called? I don't know if there's
Placebo effect?
the Matchbox Girl or something. Where like if I was never born and you did this podcast with someone else, would you be like, would you guys be laughing about all the ghosts in this house and giving it a 9 and saying how you want to go there, but it's too scary? You know, like, I don't know.
It's possible because on the old podcast, we did Ghost Binkers and you didn't participate in that.
Yeah.
And we still were kind of shitting on the stories.
Oh, okay.
Not as hard, but we were still
You
shitting
guys
on
didn't
them.
believe in the stories at all? You weren't all scared after?
Specifically the one with the woman who had like a panic attack or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the ongoing theme of the entire episode.
Making fun of that one, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a funny one.
Yeah.
She had a panic attack right away.
Well, that's it for this episode of Ghost Binkers. I want to thank our Bink squad for listening. You can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Ghost Binkers. Email us, ghostbinkers@gmail.com. We'd love if you shared a story. Actually, I would really love if you shared a story with me that was like yours, so I could like be willing to give it a higher score on the Bink scale.
Yeah, I will be nice to like personal ghost stories.
I am
if you share a fucking ghost story and it turns out it's a friend of a friend, I will double back on you with a righteous vengeance. Though.
What if they say it's of a friend of a
No,
friend?
yeah, you're gonna hit hard there.
So
you want to
make
keep
your friend of a friend email us.
well either just write that in a shit blog.
Oh, and then I'll find it.
AI generate a blog and throw it in front of Trev.
I'll find it eventually.
Or or lie and cover it up because if I sniff it out, which I might,
You'll get yelled at.
because I'll attune to your
Not by me, but
I'll attune to the listener's dumb wavelength. You know,
and
is my skill. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I am 100 times more likely to believe a personal story than one that I've found on the internet myself. You can request a story, argue with us, tell us we're right.
Yeah. Just talk. Give us props.
Give us props. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
Yeah.
Because Apple Podcasts has not put us on the new and noteworthy section yet.
Pieces of shit.
And until they do, I will also be promoting Spotify.
Yeah, next October, kind of. Do you think that people should give us like maybe 4 stars if they?
If they give us 4 stars, I die.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they should.
I
stick to 5
spontaneously
then.
combust.
Okay, yeah.
There's a little mini bottle of
I
alcohol.
was gonna say, I've been lighting cigarettes near you, and the off chance we get a 4-star review.
and a mechanism that lights a match inside my stomach, and it's connected to a Raspberry Pi.
a sort of Jonah the Whale Raspberry Pi situation.
That scrapes the internet for our reviews, and if we
Yeah.
get a single 4-star review, it does activate and blow me up from the inside.
Yeah.
So please only leave us 5-star reviews. And lastly, tell us a couple of friends. Tell us a couple of friends. Tell us a couple of friends.
Well, I will
that
make
you'd
fun
like
of
us
them.
to reach out to.
Giving us a chore to do.
Tell a couple of friends about the show.
Yeah.
Word of mouth is the best way to
Also,
spread
tell
our podcast.
tell gullible friends who listen to podcasts too.
Ooh.
Really prioritize people who are gonna get sucked in.
Also, if you have friends that you're annoyed that believe in ghosts, send them our way.
Yeah.
Or send us their way.
Yeah, we'll jump them.
I was just gonna say if they listen to the show,
Oh.
they probably won't listen. To
That too. I'll dissuade them from their fears.
Thank you to the authors of these articles, especially Sarah Barnacle and
The unnamed Boston Ghosts.
Unnamed Boston Ghosts. I will be linking
The person they're paying 32 cents every 100 words for, you know?
I will link all of those articles in the Ghouly Bites of the episode description. And that is it for this episode. We will catch you on the next episode. Bye. I practiced doing the lowest that I could do. I think I might be a bass now.
Try it on camera.
Ooh.
All right. You want to see? I wonder how low I can go. Let me see. Let me try it. I'll step down. That's what I'll do. Oh. I think that's as low as I can.
Wow. Wait. Maybe if I step down.
Yeah. Hey, that was a nice one.
That's what the show has devolved into.
That was more fun than the ghost.
I really like doing it, and I'm gonna keep practicing.
Amy's like, I think there's a ghost in the house. I just heard.
I heard low
chanting, and you're in your room just doing the Rachmaninoff Vespers. Sanctus.